Okay, we're going to keep trucking right along with these doodle notes. Today we're talking about unit rates. Unit rates are ratios, which is just a fancy word for fractions with a denominator, which is our bottom number of the fraction of 1. So really what unit rates are asking are how much for 1 unit. And you guys talk unit rates all the time. You just don't have a clue that you're doing it. When I say I drive 55 miles per hour, I'm talking about 55 miles in 1 hour. That's a unit rate. Your classes are 57 minutes per class. That's a unit rate, 57 minutes in 1 class. How it works is we have to determine which quantity makes sense as the single unit. Which is just saying I need to what per what. And we're going to write that ratio that way. It's going to be something over something. So let's talk about what that looks like on an example. It says a box of 100 hexagon floor tiles, so I have 100 tiles, covers 16 square feet of floor. And we want to know how much a single tile covers. I want to know how many feet per tile. I need a single tile. So tiles are going to go on the bottom. The quantity in the first blank belongs in the numerator, which is the top of our fraction, 16. The quantity in the second blank, which is the tiles, belongs in the denominator of our fraction. So we're going to do 16 divided by 100. And you guys are lucky. You guys have a calculator. I can type this in my calculator. Either way, if I type it alpha y equals, my calculator is going to give me back 4 over 25. If I type it as division, 16 divided by 100, my calculator is going to give it back to me as a decimal. Either one of those answers would be correct. It all depends on what the answer choice is if this were a test. I want to know, is this reasonable? Something that's super common that we might see, or people want to set this up backwards, 100 divided by 16, which gives me 5 point something. If 100 tiles cover 16 square feet, it doesn't make sense for one tile to be 5 something. So I want to make sure that what I'm doing is making sense. I really like this example because when I'm talking about speed, I'm talking miles per hour. And you guys talk about speed like that all the time. Miles per hour. Or in this case, I'm talking about minutes. So instead of hours, I'm going to put minutes. Oh, that's kind of hard to see. MIN for minutes. So I could say Carl drove 40 miles in 50 minutes. Teresa drove 35 miles in 42 minutes, and it wants to know who had the higher average speed, who was faster. Pause the video for 2 seconds. Answer both of those. You're going to do 40 divided by 50. Just leave it as a decimal. That's fine. 35 divided by 42. Get them as a decimal. Go ahead and pause that video now. So if I'm looking 40 divided by 50, I get 0.8. If I'm looking at Teresa, I get 0.83. So she's faster. She's going 0.83 miles in 1 minute versus Carl, who's only going 0.8 miles a minute. Something that's super important to talk about. When I'm working with money, because we are going to use money a lot, you guys are going to have 2 little shampoo bottles with money. When I'm working with money, my money always goes in the numerator, which just means on top. So I'm looking at the shampoo bottle. I'm going to do the cost divided by the ounces. I want you to pause the video and you are going to answer this question over here. You are going to determine which shampoo bottle on the page offers the best deal. When I'm talking about deals, I want to know which one is the cheapest. So I have 2 shampoo bottles. There's a shampoo bottle up top that I already set up for you. There is a shampoo bottle down at the bottom. I want you to solve this first ratio, set up that second ratio. Oh no, look, there's 3 shampoo bottles. You've got a shampoo bottle right here, a shampoo bottle right here, and one down at the bottom. Go ahead and pause the video, set up those 3 ratios, and then tell me which one offers the best deal, which one is the cheapest. These answers are not going to be on the video. I'm going to come around and check you guys. Pause the video, solve those, and then replay for your last little reminder and examples. So for my reminder, remember we're thinking blank per blank. Cost per ounce. Miles per minute, feet per tile. When I'm thinking of it like that, the first item is always going to go in the numerator or the top of my fraction. The second is going to go in the denominator or the bottom of my fraction. This video is going to end. If you haven't already, finish those shampoo bottles. I'm going to be walking around and checking you. I want you to do number 2. Once those are done and I have checked them, I'm going to give you your actual assignment for today. Let's get busy.